Today we are going to start with the extraction of metals by crushing, navigation. First I have explained what is the crushing. Lump of metal is powdered in a ball mill to get a powder ore. In the powder ore we are using navigation. In navigation, ore is heavier, and gang is lighter. So these are the two things there. Ore is heavier and the gang is lighter. See the diagram. It's a step-wise process. Here when you are passing the water plus ore in like this, the heavy ores are settled down. Heavy ores are settled down here. It is step-like arrangement. This is called gravity separation, otherwise called as gravity separation. Gravity separation or navigation. When water is passed through like this, what happens means, in the stepwise process, the gang plus water has removed. In this step, we have removed the suppose a material containing ore plus earthly impurities like sand, clay or any other things called as gang mixed together. We have to wash. This is called washing, hydraulic washing. Gravity separation or hydraulic washing. We have to wash a stepwise process. So in the step plus the heavy ores are stored here. The remaining materials, gang plus water removed. This is called as navigation. This is the first step of removing impurities. The chromite impurities, ore, zinc oxide, zinc sulfide ore, all these things ores are separated by this method. Next one is magnetic separation method. Second one is a magnetic separation method. In magnetic separation method, two things are there. Suppose a magnetic iron ore plus non-iron ore, both are mixed together. Non-magnetic impurities, for example, tin oxide. Tin oxide is a non-magnetic impurity. And iron wolframate is a magnetic particles. So both are mixed together. Suppose this and this are mixed together. Tin is a non-magnetic substance, the iron is a magnetic substance. Both are mixed together. How can we separate these impurities? That we have to find this method. This is a magnetic roller. Ore plus impurity. Magnetic and non-magnetic impurities. This is magnetic roller. This containing non-magnetic impurities. And this one containing the magnetic impurities. So this is the diagrammatic representation of electromagnetic separation. Right? When the ore containing tin oxide and wolframate impurity, it is passed through the magnetic roller. And this is the tin oxide impurity. This is iron wolframate. Tungsten and iron mixture is called wolframate impurities. So when they are passed through the magnetic roller, the roller is continuously rotating. So the ores are moving like this, and these iron impurities are settled down, and the tin impurities are settled down. Like this only we can separate the iron and non-iron impurities. Suppose both are mixed together, we can separate by magnetic roller. The magnetic roller absorbs the magnetic particle and release here, and the non-magnetic particles easily spread out of the magnetic roller. So in this way we can separate the material. This is called electromagnetic separation method. Next one is called Froth flotation. Next method is called Froth flotation method. Froth flotation method. It is an important method. Froth flotation method means in this method we can remove the ores like zinc sulfide, copper pyrite, galena, etc. We can remove impurities of metals like galena. Galena means lead sulfide, PbS, zinc sulfide, ZnS, and copper pyrite, copper pyrite, called as CuFeS2. So we can remove the sulfur. Sulfur is a light sulfur ore from metals by the process called as Froth flotation method. In this method, the sulfur ore is dipped with oil, wettability, and water. Then gangue particles. Gangue means, I told you, clay and all those things. Every is dipped with water. In Levigation, ore is denser than gangue, but in Froth flotation, ore is lighter than gangue. So this point we have to note it down. After mixing with proper oil and water, they will settle down. After that, I am going to draw the diagram and tell you what is happening here. This is the frothing tank. Ore plus oil is passed here. Rotating paddle. This is called rotating paddle. Froth plus ore. Here, this is the part where froth plus ore. Every part is water. Downstairs area, gangue is settled at the bottom. This is the diagram. Air is passed here. Air should be passed in the direction. So this is the structure of Froth flotation. Ore plus oil is passed to here. This is the structure of Froth flotation. Now I am using collector. What are collectors? Collectors are used as to make a suspension. First you have to mix these things, make powder the ore and mix with water to make a suspension in the tank. Suspension in the tank. Suspension, we know that the solid liquid. Sand is a suspension. Sand and water is a suspension. Like that, make a suspension. To that suspension, we add collectors like pine, collectors like xanthate, ethyl xanthate, and then fatty acids, etc. So these are collectors. It implies non-wettability of the soil, because if it is fully wet with water or oil, means removing this process is difficult. So that we have to use collectors. They will make non-wettability. Then only it will come upstairs and mix with foam. Foaming agent is there. Fine oil is a foaming agent. For this reaction, foaming agent is fine oil. It is highly moisturizing. So the fine oil absorbs the sulfide ore from the reaction mixture, and it sets up. The rotating paddle rotates vigorously. Like this, what happened? The oil plus ore materials, the the mixture, the oil ore wettability is lighter, so it will come up, and the gang ore material will be heavier, so it will settle down. So ore coming upstairs, froth plus ore, sulfur ore, and gang, clay and sand are settled down because clay and sand are heavier in nature. So when the rotating pad rotates faster, what happened? The gang particles are settled down and the lighter particles are coming upstairs with the foam. With the help of foaming agent like fine oil mixed with water, make the materials very hot. So that what happened means the froth stabilizer. Next one is froth stabilizer. This is the froth. Froth stabilizer is needed. Then only it becomes the sulfur will settle at the froth. Otherwise it will come again. Froth stabilizer here is cresol, aniline. Aniline, cresol are called as froth stabilizer. What is the work of froth stabilizer? The froth stabilizers adheres the sulfide ore with it. Stabilizes the sulfide ore with it. So froth stabilizer is the one which stabilizes the sulfide ore with it, so that the sulfur molecules are stable in nature. So next one is called as the froth stabilizer. Next one, how the material is extracted, the ore is extracted from the impurity. The ore skimmed up, ore is skimmed up. Skimmed up means it is floated in the, it's like it's floated on the surface of the froth and skimmed up and dried, and finally we can separate from the ore from the metal. Finally we can concentrate it. That means we have to remove the sulfur impurities from lead sulfide, galena. In this way we can remove galena, copper pyrite, Cu, FeS2. Then next one is zinc sulfide. All these sulfur ore impurities are, because sulfur is lighter ore, so we can use the froth flotation method to remove the sulfur impurities. Okay, next I am going to tell you about the suppose two sulfur mineral consisting of two metal merged together. We want to separate the sulfur of one metal. This method, for this process we can use suppose lead sulfide and zinc sulfide are mixed together. So we can separate one of the materials, then only we will get pure elements. So for that we are using depressant. Depressant or activator is the one which removes any one of the material, sodium sulfide, because it will be forming complex with zinc sulfide. Zinc sulfide to form 4 NaCl, it will form Na2 Z10 CN4 plus Na2S. This is our ore, sulfur is our ore. So depressant has the quality of forming complex with any one of the sulfur ore impurities. So this escapes. So after this process, depressant is added. Depressant is added to this mixture. It will form complex with any one of the material. The remaining material will be escaped. Therefore, we will get the reaction, and sodium sulfate is the final product. Finally, we get so. Unfortunately, two materials are mixed together. Means first you use depressant or activator to make a complex and remove that complex. Now we have only one ore. From that ore we use normal froth flotation method and finally remove the sulfur from the impurity. This is called froth flotation. Thank you students. We will see in the next class.